Alright, here we go. I'm going to show you the way that I was shown to put a hammer handle in a hammer the correct way according to the person that showed me. Okay, take a drill and drill in to the end of the handle at the head. Ream out all the old wood, and then you shake it out, pull out the wedges if there's any wedges in there, and then pull the handle off the old head, and that's right there is the old head, and this is the old handle. You take the head and you put it on a new handle. Alright, first of all, you have to size the handle to the head. You have to whittle and carve and sand so it just slips on good. Alright, when you get it slipped on, you take another hammer, and a lot of people do it different than this, but this is the way I learned. You take the head and put on the handle, and take another hammer and hit on the end of the handle, and that pulls the hammer onto the handle a little bit at a time, because the hammer head is heavier than this handle in motion, so it pulls it right up. See there how it pulled it on? It shaved a little bit of shavings off right there where it pulled it on. We're going to pull it on some more. Okay, see how it's pulled on? It rolled up some shavings right there. We're going to take a knife, excuse me, and we're going to shave those shavings off so it's nice and neat. It also tells you the handle's fitting good and tight if it's cutting wood off all the way around. Okay, you take a saw. Hacksaw works good. You take the handle and cut the end off even with the head. Even when I pressed it up some, but that's still the point. Okay, we'll carve out this notch just a little bit. I'm going to take a wooden wedge, wood wedge. You want to set it in the handle, and if it's a little too big, take the knife and cut it down till it just fits. Stick it in the split in the handle, and take your nice heavy hammer, which I dropped on the ground, and get that in there good, and tap it lightly. You want it drove up nice and hard. It'll probably bust that wedge all to pieces, but that's all right. That's a wooden wedge. You want it fit to really fit tight. Then you take the hacksaw again and cut off the remainder of the wedge. So you got a nice clean cut right there. You might take the knife and trim it up just a little bit. Alright, then you take 2 metal wedges. See, there's a little metal wedge, and you put them at an angle and the opposite way from the other wedge you put in. Oh, sorry, I'll drop that one. I have to pick it up. Doggone if I didn't drop both of them. Alright, you drive it in there good. You may get a few more shavings after you beat on the end of it, so it shaves a little bit more off. But you can see, I'm going to get a little closer and show you this. See, the wooden wedge goes this way, and then metal wedges go that way. It swells the end of the handle out, so it grips the head. These handles are made out of hickory, and once in a while they're made out of ash. This one particular one is hickory, and this one is also hickory. It's got a nice stripe to it. I'm going to wedge this one up while I'm wedging so that you can see that too. Pull it on good, just like before. Trim. Cut off the excess. Sort of trim out the end of the slot. Sort of hard to see it after you drive it on. so the slot's cleaned out. Take the wedge, measure width, take the knife and trim it down.
Watch your fingers. Watch your fingers.
Cut off the wedge. And take two metal wedges and drive them in at the opposite angle than the wooden wedge. That swells the end of the wood out so that it grips the inside of the head and won't let it go. Over time it might dry out some. You might need to reset the wedges, but it's pretty tight. Nice bright wedges at a different angle. Now that's a good solid hammer. Also that one, and I have a little small one here. I'm gonna try to stick this on here while we're watching this. I've already shaved it off and sanded it down. When you hit it like that, it pulls it right on. Same routine. You cut that off, and then you got a little hammer.